Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead. And what you did not know is our dogs just flipped out downstairs. Right then, the second I clicked on the go live. It's yap. Oh man, we were just saying that, you know, all these produced TV shows that do cooking and stuff, that this is real. We can't hide the mistakes because there they are.
It's there.
Yeah,
it's there.
Dogs. So hi.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christa.
I'm Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today you're making Amish friendship bread.
Yes. So if you were with us last week, we made the starter. And a lot of times, you know, with this Amish friendship bread, you get the starter. Somebody hands you this bag of gloop. And you're like, what am I going to do with this?
Well, make bread.
We made the starter from scratch. So now I'll be able to share with some friends.
Okay, a couple things. A couple things though. We're doing this video in kind of 3 parts because we want to show you the whole process.
Yeah.
But it takes an hour to bake. So real time, what's going to happen is she's going to show you the second part, which is the baking of the bread. Then I'm going to play a recap of how to make the starter.
Right.
Then when that's done, we're actually going to go and show you guys some meal planning, real time meal planning to save how we save money for, you know, holiday meals and such. And then we'll come back and you'll actually see the reveal.
Yes. So it's not, this is one of those recipes where if I had planned ahead last week, I would have made 2 of these. And I would have been able to prepare another loaf beforehand.
Didn't think of it.
Through TV magic, we won't be able to do that.
But we're going to play it anyway.
We're gonna do real TV today. And it's not really TV. Real video.
Real whatever.
Real life, folks. This is real life.
This is it. This is what we do.
This is it. So,
okay, so then you got to show the second half.
Yep.
Then we'll recap. So
well,
second
kind
half
of the middle. This is the middle step.
Okay.
There's 3 steps to this. You don't know what to do with your hands either. I know. So what we have what we have is our completed starter, okay? It doesn't look very attractive, but it smells very sweet and alcohol-y.
Yeasty.
It's yeast. Yeah, it's got that smell. Anyhow, so this is the next step to this starter. I am going to go ahead and very carelessly.
Yeah, let's go to that.
Cut the corner of this bag because I'm going to, instead of, you know, scraping it out, I'm just going to squeeze out the bag into this bowl. And very quickly.
Gloopy, gloopy, gloopy. Foamy,
that
gloopy.
way we get all of that goodness. And all that this was, in the beginning, it was yeast and what was it? I forgot.
You want me to put the recipe up?
Yeah, that'd be probably good.
I think I can put the recipe up. Yeah. Boom.
There it is. Okay, so it's...
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Well, it's hot cocoa and Amish Fred.
Okay, well, you got the hot cocoa one.
I said Fred, but...
No, it's okay. Herman.
There you go.
So it's yeast, water, flour, sugar, and milk. And that's all that's in this. And then I did feed it. I did cheat it. I did cheat the day a little bit. The week, I should say.
It should be 10 days.
Should be 10 days. On day 1 through 5, you just squish the bag, or you make the starter, and then you squish the bag.
We'll show that, Mama. That's
right,
in there.
Right. But then I cheated it, and so on day 4 is when I fed it. No, I fed it on day 5, not day 6. So, ooh, that's yummy.
Ooh, it's yummy raw?
Yeah.
And wriggling.
Sweet. It's sweet. Okay, to this, we're going to add some more milk, sugar, and flour. So I'll start with the sugar. We need, and this is 1.5 cups of sugar, 1.5 cups of milk, and 1.5 cups of flour. So while you're feeding it during the week, it's 1 cup of each.
But now that it's done,
Yeah.
There's another
Right.
ingredient set.
Right.
Hey, there's Lola Granola, the chicken doula.
Hey, Lola.
We're going to talk about you later. Oh my gosh. Yes, we are.
Oh, yes.
So how much flour, Mama?
1.5 cups of flour.
Okay.
1.5 cups, I should say, not 1.5 cups. And 1.5 cups of sugar. And 1.5 cups of milk. And now to remember, don't use any metal with this. Use plastic or glass.
Why?
Because the metal reacts with the starter.
Does.
Yep. So I'm using a wooden spoon and a plastic bowl. I'm just going to mix this up.
So it's kind of like a batter rather than
It is a batter.
dough.
Yeah, it's a batter. It's funny because it's kind of considered a quick bread, but it's really not a quick bread.
It's pretty slow bread.
Yeah. So technically what we're doing right now is we're feeding it. Okay? We're feeding this, and then we're going to divide this out amongst, or not divide, we're going to take 1 cup of each, 1 cup, and put it in 4 bags. So I'm going to take 1 cup of this and put it in a big Ziploc bag to share.
So that's what goes on. That's the pay it forward
This is the
bread.
pay it forward. This is, I'm feeding the starter to pass it on.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Lola Granola sent a gift, which is super, super cool.
And thank you very much.
I really do appreciate it. These are the Ziploc baggy racks.
Holder openers.
Holder openers.
I think that's what I'd call it. That's
And
the
so-
technical term, the holder opener.
Yeah. So you can use it for quart-size sandwich bags and gallon-size bags. So I'm going to open this up here and show you how to put these on.
How easy it is.
Yeah, it's super, super easy.
Yeah, because last week you were struggling with getting the goop in the bag.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that there was such a beast.
Yeah, I had never bought them. I love gadgets, honestly.
Kitchen gadgets.
Kitchen
yeah.
gadgets, but I just have never, I had never bought them.
Monica S. from the Netherlands. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, and she's gotten the cookbooks. Use them
Ooh.
daily.
Wow, that's
pretty
awesome.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Okay, so stay still.
Isn't that a neat gadget?
This is so cool. It holds the bag open for you, so you're not struggling with trying to do...
Does it have a suction bottom?
It's not, it's rubberized, but it's
Okay.
not suction. Suction probably would be cool to keep it from, I don't think
Flopping.
it'll tip, but...
Well, also, too, if you want one, we found the link to the one that
Yeah.
she sent us, and it's down in the video description
Yeah.
if you want to get one for yourself.
And they're relatively inexpensive, which is awesome.
What do you remember?
$10, $12 maybe?
Nice.
Yeah, not much. Okay,
What a cool gadget. It's like getting an extra hand.
it's getting an extra hand. Yes, that's definitely for sure. Okay, so I'm going to take a cup.
You want me to move
Nope.
this?
No, it's
Nope.
fine.
Don't touch, Brad.
Touch it.
Get away from it.
And pour 1 cup into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And this is what you're going to pass on to a friend or family member
Yep.
with the instructions. Don't forget the instructions.
And I would like to add at this point during the live stream that when the bread is baked, it actually makes 2 loaves.
Yes.
And there is a friend of ours who has been feeling pretty blue lately, Bulletproof Pastor's wife, Terry. And I promise you, Terry, this bread would be yours if we lived nearby. We would
Yes.
bring this over and
Definitely.
hopefully, prayerfully put a smile on your face because warm homemade bread, oh, you got to smile.
Oh, yeah.
You got to smile.
No
So
kidding.
our prayers are with you. So hang in there, sister. Let's see. Comments. I love these, says the chicken doula. Jody.
I'm super grateful.
Kitchens should come equipped with such a great gadget, says Pepper Leah.
No kidding.
It's a good idea. Hawkins Hills. I want to do this friendship bread, but it sounds like having a newborn again. You got to feed it.
No, it's
So much
super
maintenance.
easy. Super easy.
Don't forget to feed the bread today.
That's funny. I am going to have to close those up because we have Asian beetles and they may attack.
They get in my coffee pot
They get
every day. It's back
everywhere.
there. I have to check it. I have to check the reservoir.
Yeah.
Like, because you'll be drinking coffee and it's like, oh, there's another one. Oop. They look like ladybugs, but they're not ladybugs.
No, they are not.
Everywhere.
No, there was one that was attacking me when I was getting ready this morning. It kept landing on me.
Do you guys know what the Asian beetles are? Like, have you seen them? They stink.
They are awful. They're so gross.
Yeah, they smell like, I don't even know, like a weird tarish burned cigarette kind of thing.
I don't know.
They're gross.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere. And they get inside and it's freezing outside. It's been in the negatives for the past few days. And they still, there's some.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about it, really. So let's see.
I was watching a video on my computer yesterday, honey, of one of the kittens we had playing with an Asian beetle.
Oh my gosh.
It was so cute.
Playing meaning like torturing to death?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, so we have our 4-gallon size starters, and I will press the air out of this, but
who's going to get them?
I don't know.
Does the granola? Hey, Lola.
You want one?
You want one?
I'm sure everybody's going to say, I want one. I can't mail. I only have 4.
4
but of course,
to mail?
I only have 3 to mail because I'm keeping one.
Yeah, but the problem is you have to do it overnight because you got to feed them.
Yeah. No, you feed them on day 6. So if I mailed them today, by the time day 6 came,
you just have to just don't tell anybody what you're mailing because I don't think you're supposed to send stuff like that over state lines.
It's okay.
Yeah, all the baloney, the red tape.
Okay.
All the baloney.
All right. So yeah, those Asian beetles are nasty little bugs. They were introduced by our
DNR.
Awesome DNR, our Department of Natural Resources.
They were supposed to fix another problem, and they've created a much bigger problem.
Okie dokie. Artichoke.
Terry says that was sweet.
Aww.
And she sends her thankfulness.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
stage 2.
I need to change my recipe because I haven't made this in a really long time. So.
By the way, it is in the cookbook.
It is in our new Homestead Treasures, which is the second cookbook.
Yep.
So, okay.
But if you're wondering what would be a great Christmas present, just buy them all.
You could. They totally could.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some ingredients. And there's a few. There, as you can see, there's a few here. I've got salt and vanilla over here. There is, more sugar, some oil, a large pudding, instant pudding box.
And pause. We generally do not cook with prefab things.
No.
But we make an exception with this recipe.
Once in a while, we make an exception. So then there's some more milk, 1/2 cup of milk, 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, baking powder, baking soda, vanilla, salt, and 3 eggs.
Yeah, I did realize we didn't put this part on the...
No, we did not.
Sorry, that is in the cookbook, though.
Okay, pause for just a second. Go get a pen and piece of paper, and
You'll tell again?
I'll tell again,
okay.
but slowly. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the eggs. There are 3. 3
How
huevos.
many licks does it take to get to the bottom of a friendship bread? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
1.
So, yeah. As
here, let me see if I can
many
go
of
to the
you,
close cam. She's busting the...
I busted the egg.
Oh, my gosh.
I busted the egg. I got it. There was a couple pieces of shell. This is why I crack into a separate bowl, because that egg could be rotten, or I could make a humongous mess with the shell. So I'm gonna take that.
Oh, Mom! While you're cracking eggs, you got to hear this comment. Karen Kautzer says, "Try accidentally biting into one of those beetles in a sandwich. Bitter.
Ew,
Yuck.
gross.
Sounds to me like somebody has personal experience with that.
Yeah, I think so. Oh my, that's terrible.
My graciousness.
That is terrible.
Yep.
All right. So,
Aleutian Prepper that must be an Alaskan
Yes.
reference, I'm guessing.
yes.
I'll be making your artisan bread for guests today. Cool.
Awesome.
To go with my Dublin Coddle. That sounds fun. To finish a long day in the cold. We're having snowstorms this week. So are we, actually.
So, yeah, actually in a couple of hours, we're supposed to be hit with
a foot
of snow is what they're forecasting. So,
yeah.
Okay, so 3 eggs. Now 1 cup of oil. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm just basically using vegetable oil.
I wouldn't use olive.
I would not use olive oil.
No.
I mean, you could use coconut oil, just melt it.
Yeah, because it's not going to change
right.
the flavor.
No. 1/2 cup of milk. And then I've got this 1 box of pudding, instant pudding.
I think you should pronounce it pudding.
Pudding. It is the large box of pudding.
Pudding. Here, I'll show while you tell.
I don't know what the ounces is in that.
Jello. Not a sponsor of ours.
Not at all. All right, pudding. Now we need baking powder, and I make my own baking powder because baking powder tends to go bad. Or I shouldn't say go bad, but it just doesn't work as effectively after 6 months. So it is 1 part baking soda, 2 part cream of tartar. So 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, mix it together. So, but for this recipe, you need a teaspoon and a half of baking powder.
You're doing that with such a degree of expertise, Mom. I gotta say, wow, daggone.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. All right, now my baking soda is pretty clumpy, so I am going to pour it into my hand. And this is 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to pour it into my hand and crush up the clumps because I hate clumpy baking soda in my breads. Okay. 3 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Yay
Hope
for
you guys
cinnamon.
are getting all this.
I love the cinnamon.
I know. 1, 2, 3.
You could call it churro bread. It's got the same flavors.
You totally could. All right, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I measured that out previously. Oh, I forgot the vanilla. That's okay. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, or more if you prefer.
Oh no, 4 Oaks Family Homestead says I had a stink bug inside a raspberry once. It was not the best berry ever.
Yuck. All right, we need another cup of sugar. Yeah, I know, another cup of sugar.
Holy mackerel.
This is not a healthy recipe, folks.
This is a holiday recipe.
This is totally a holiday recipe. And you can freeze the starter if you don't want to make it for a while. And 2 cups of flour.
That feels to me like it's going to be a very thick bread.
It's going to be a quick bread similar to banana bread or zucchini bread.
So it is a little thicker.
It's a little thicker, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And for this, I am going to use a whisk.
And then
because now it's done being active. I'm getting ready to bake it, so.
Well, now while you're whisking me off my feet,
Ha.
do you grease the baking pans?
You will grease the pans and,
Are you
excuse me.
done with all this stuff,
No,
Mom?
no.
Okay, because I was going to move it.
You will grease the pans and you will cinnamon and sugar them. So that's going to be the next step. Hey.
That one's, he's going down stubborn.
Yeah, didn't want to pop. And you could use a hand mixer. Might be a little easier, get your clumps out, but I didn't think to get that out today.
You want me to mix it, baby?
Nope, I'm good.
No, you're not good. You're the best. Look at her. Look at her go.
I'm no Tyler Florence or
Tyler
Alton
Florence.
Brown.
Who's
Food
that?
Network people.
Food Network people?
Yeah, they can whisk like nobody's business.
I only know that angry guy from the UK. He's always cursing at people.
Oh, darn it. What's his name?
I don't know. He's
The
always
Hell's
mad.
Kitchen guy. What's his name?
I don't know. Somebody will know.
Gordon Ramsay.
That's it.
I don't watch him.
You know, I'll bet you anything
much.
he's not like that in
No,
real life. I'll bet you anything that's for the TV.
No, I've met him. No, Just kidding.
You've met.
I have not met him.
He cursed straight at my face.
No.
He came at me with a fork.
No, Claire actually watches his stuff. Claire and Cody love watching his stuff. So I actually will move this. Okay. Now, I don't have enough counter space. I'm going to move this over here for now.
There we go. Oh, my gracious. Wow.
Love Pyrex. Love Pyrex. Sometimes it does break.
That was scary.
Yeah. Sometimes it does break. Sometimes it does not. Thankfully, right then, it did not.
It did not.
Okay. So we need a half a cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm just going to use this for now.
That sounds good. Let's see. Can you tweak the recipe to incorporate stuff like cranberries? Yes.
Oh,
and
sure.
Orange zest? Yes.
Oh,
Bananas?
sure.
Yes.
I would cut
awesome.
back on the cinnamon. If you're gonna
Or
do
ditch
like
it.
a cranberry orange, I would get rid of the cinnamon.
Ditch it.
Yeah.
You could even put a tiny amount of clove in it if you were going with an orange.
Yeah. All right. I've used almost a whole quart of sugar today.
Yeah, can you believe it didn't break? They're saying hooray, it didn't break.
Yeah, because when Pyrex, it's not Pyrex, it's Corelle. Corelle, when it breaks, it shatters into a billion pieces.
Yeah.
And it's little tiny shards that are just horrible. Okay, so half a cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon to make the perfect, I don't know.
Is it the crust?
It actually goes on the bottom and the top.
Oh my gracious.
Yeah.
This is like just basically a pile of sugar.
Pretty much.
With some flour in it.
Pretty much.
It is delicious, guys.
It is really good.
Think of it like a dessert, period. You have one slice and you're done.
Yeah.
It's Mike DeFazio. What?
I think what we'll do is we'll probably eat one and freeze one. And save
we gotta
it.
share it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Whoa, did you see
you know
that?
what?
Did you see the way she was like, you could shut up now. Did you see that? That was awesome. She's like, we're on camera. Oh, censor my words.
Be quiet.
What in the what?
We could share your gumballs. How's that?
I only have like 5 left.
Funny. All right.
I like gumballs.
So we're going to use half of this in each of these pans in the bottom to kind of, okay, and pause for a second. Whenever I make a cake, the instructions in the cookbooks always say to grease and flour the cake pan. I never do that. I hate flour on the side of my cake. What do I do, hon?
She sugars it.
I sugar it.
So there's not enough sugar in this
There's not enough
recipe.
sugar in it, but it makes an awesome, crispy side to it.
It really does.
It is so good. I do it for brownies, any cake. It's so yummy.
You know what? I just had a thought. If you think of this like cake, it's not so bad then.
Yeah.
Because you don't have cake all the time.
Right.
And there's a lot of sugar in a cake.
Yes.
So that's kind of maybe the way that you got to view it. Not like a bread.
Yeah, it's not really a bread. It's a cake.
It is a cake.
But you make it in a bread pan. So.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just
My cranberry orange bread, says Catherine, is my mother's favorite holiday treat. I want to make a loaf of this for her. Yeah.
that would be really,
Thankful
really
I've
good.
got enough time to make it for Christmas. That's awesome. That would be a great combo, cranberry orange.
Yep.
And okay, since it's already really bad for you, and I think like a chubby guy, because I am a chubby guy, you could put tiny broken pieces of dark chocolate in there too, because it would melt just nice. Oh,
Yep.
the orange chocolate combo. I know some people don't like that,
I don't.
but it's delightful.
Yeah. I do not care for fruity and chocolate.
She likes the chocolate solo.
Except strawberry covered, chocolate covered strawberries. That I do like.
Laura H., what, you can use sugar instead of flour? Mind blown.
Yes, it works. I do it every time.
Well, you'll see. We're going to do it real time.
Well, this is a little different, but even for, you know, regular cakes.
Suddenly I want to try it with a cream cheese frosting. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Forget the diets this month, guys. It's
No.
the holidays, okay?
Well, and somebody, where was it? Somebody had said appropriately, diabetes much, or can we say diabetes? Yeah.
Yes.
Don't eat like this all the time.
Don't eat this every day.
No.
Because holy smokes.
You'll be in trouble.
You will be in trouble. No, we don't eat like this every day. This is a once, maybe twice a year thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
we do it for you. We take one for the team for you. We're taking one for the team.
Yeah. All right. Just pour half of this into each pan.
That's funny. If you didn't see the pan, it blends right in. It looks like you're just dumping
it
right
on
the floor.
On the oven. Funny.
Hawkins Hill says, yep, I'm thinking chocolate chips, caramel chips, and pecans.
Mm-hmm. This is such a versatile recipe. You could do this with so many different flavors. You could do lemon blueberry. There's so many things you could do. I love the orange cranberry idea, though.
Yeah. The orange cranberry, yeah. Well, there's a lot of cranberry bogs up here.
There is
nearby.
Tons up here.
Yep. But it's not cranberry season anymore.
No, it's over. I think those are not even.
It's open season on cranberries.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to kind of scoop some out of one and pop it in the other.
Oh, that's terrible. You don't
I know, it is awful.
It's got a strange consistency right now, though.
Yes.
It's kind of sticky.
It's oily because there's
Yeah.
a cup of oil in it. So it seems kind of oily. Excuse me.
Yeah, pudding-y.
Yeah, well, and there's pudding in it, too.
Keep eating like this every day won't keep you out of heaven. In fact, it may get you there sooner. Isn't that the truth?
That's funny. Okay, now we're going to take the rest of this cinnamon sugar and sprinkle it on top.
Because there's not enough.
There's not enough sugar.
Oh, my gosh. Who's that lady that got in trouble, the Food Network lady? She was
Paula Deen.
Yeah.
I love her.
Her thing was more butter.
More butter.
More butter.
Everything's better with butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's made me the woman I am today.
Junk. Yeah.
I find her recipes very comforting, you know, and I don't cook like that all the time.
Celtic or Christian Celtic warrior. Aren't you from the UK? Are you over there?
I think so.
Are you over the pond?
Yeah, across the pond.
Across the pond. I'm going to spill the beans on something, I think. We're working out a deal, guys.
Oh, no, you shouldn't.
Shouldn't?
Nope.
I shouldn't tell?
Nope, shouldn't tell.
Oh, why not? Because it may not happen?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. These are ready to go to the oven. 325 degrees for 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour.
It's a long time.
It's a long time, but it's because it's such a thick batter, it's going to take a long time. I would imagine that if you use smaller loaf pans, you can share with more people. Just the smaller.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, I mean,
You're going there.
I'm going there.
Go there.
Go, man.
Go, man. I'm gone. Go there.
So we've got these smaller ones that are probably a third of the size. That would make great gifts.
Laura H is saying, "Tell Mom."
Sorry, Laura. I will not be pressured. Ow, that's
You will not be pressured.
I touched the grate.
Well, why'd you do that?
Yeah, because I enjoy pain. No.
Yes,
right,
you're
we
from
set timer.
England.
One.
Well, I'll tell you part of it. This is not the good part. Well, it is the good part. We met a friend who does media. He's in Manchester, and I'm trying to censor my speech as I go. And he's actually related to Robert the Bruce.
Oh yeah, distantly.
Yeah, you know, Braveheart or actual real life history.
Yeah.
Robert the Bruce, but he's not a jerk. This guy's really nice.
Yeah.
Robert the Bruce, not so much. So now, like I said, we're doing this video in 3 parts. Mm-hmm. So you saw I guess you're saying the middle part.
There's 3 parts to this bread. I showed you the middle part and then the end part. Well, I guess there's 4 parts because then there's the enjoying of the bread. So I showed you the second and third part. We have yet to show you the 4th part.
So now I'm going to play how you make the starter that was aired last week while we switch some things around because we've got to actually do some real live, I got to carry computer junk over to a table.
Yeah.
And so hopefully if I don't unplug anything, we should be good to go.
It should be good.
So
if not, stick around.
We'll be
live
right
again.
back. So here's the starter video.
We're going to start with activating our yeast. So we've got 3 teaspoons. No, it's what is it? 2.25 teaspoons of yeast and some warm water, and we're just going to mix that together and get that all nice and happy.
Bubbly.
Yeah, we're just going to make sure that this is active yeast, and because if this doesn't get bubbly, then
it won't
work. It won't work. Right.
It's not alive.
Right.
It's a thing that's alive.
Now, the key to this starter is you cannot use any metal with this particular recipe. You use glass or plastic.
Why?
Because that metal reacts with the starter and it prevents it from growing properly. So.
Well, I was going to say who knew, but you knew.
I knew.
Clearly, she knew.
Right. So we'll leave that sit for just a minute. And our ingredients are super simple. It's flour, sugar, and milk. That's going to be the feeding. It's very similar to, well, I guess it's not really similar to a regular sourdough because sourdough is just water and flour, where this is milk, flour, and sugar. So anyhow, but you're feeding it the same equal amounts. 1 cup of milk, and it's got to be warm milk, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of flour.
There is a question here.
Yes.
2, actually. 3. Can you start it with a sourdough starter? If you added the milk, I don't know what would happen.
I would imagine you could. You just have to add the sugar.
More sugar. More sugar.
Add,
okay.
Yeah, add when you're feeding it, go ahead and add your sugar is equal amounts to the water and the flour.
So Tanya is asking, is that the same amount of yeast as a packet of yeast?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
I never buy little packets of yeast. Generally, I found that they were always old, and I never they never worked for me. So I always buy them in 2-pound bricks. I've gotten them at Sam's. GFS is another great place to get them because it's very inexpensive. At least it was when I bought it years ago. We don't have GFS here.
Old Glory Farm says, hey, by the way, Old Glory Farm.
No, you're right. It isn't the same as sourdough.
No.
It's similar, but not the same.
Yeah. And she also is adding, because we know this is a she, because we know her. You can freeze the starter when you get sick of it if you've got too much bread.
Oh, that's good to know.
I did not know that.
I will definitely be doing that this year.
Hey, Lola Granola, we got your present.
Oh, yes.
That was so cool.
Thank you very much.
She heard us griping. She heard us griping about not having an adequate baster.
She sent me a stainless steel baster, which was really, really cool. When I opened the package, I literally laughed out loud.
So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I have used whey to start my sourdough starter. That's interesting.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Are we ready? Is it activated?
Yeah, it's going. It's going.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and add our other ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 cup of sugar. And now I've got organic cane sugar. You can use pretty much whatever you want.
That's a lot of sugar.
It is a lot of sugar, but it makes a lot of bread. A
lot of starter.
Yeah. Poofed.
Poofed.
I poofed. And our flour, and now our milk. And it's warm milk so that it doesn't, the cold milk would kill the yeast. And I shouldn't say kill the yeast. It would allow it not to grow and activate as
quickly.
Well.
Yeah. And so right now, I know this because she's made this many times, but that it's very thin right now, that is not an issue.
No, it is not an issue.
Do tell.
Because you're gonna put. you're going to put it in a plastic bag and you're going to smoosh it around. And it's just going to be this way until it's going to be runny until you add the final ingredients to it. And I got to get these clumps out because they're driving me nuts.
And this whole process takes 10 days.
10 days from start to yummy, delicious bread. You're going to feed it on day 6, and then you're going to bake on day 10.
Okay. How much do you feed it? Because we will not be live 6 days from now or 5 days from now.
1 cup of each. You'll feed it the same amount as we just put in here just now.
Oh, wow. Alicia, that's very kind.
Oh, thank you.
Says here, a quick and easy gift for those who sew. Hand warmers. Rice in 2 fabric squares. Heat them up in the microwave. If you put in your coat pocket, works great. So it's like hot hands, but organic style.
Nice.
Also great for injuries. Look it up on YouTube. Great.
Very cool.
Thank you. That was very kind of you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pour this into the plastic bag. You know what? I need something to put that in.
Ooh, that looks so gross right now.
It does look gross right now.
It won't be.
No.
It won't be.
It is delicious. I just licked my finger from the side of the bowl.
Milk and sugar.
It's milk and sugar. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Do you need me to?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. And it even sounds gross right now.
It does. I know it does. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smoosh it around, show everybody what you do.
The smooshing.
And you're going to do that smooshing every day. And if there's air that builds up in the bag, you need to release that air.
What's the reasoning?
So your bag doesn't explode.
There's that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why we do it in a bag, because I got it. Because the bowl will have that air in there, and you kind of want to keep the air out of it so that it doesn't grow the wrong things.
Ooh.
And you're not going to refrigerate this.
You just leave it on the counter.
You're just going to leave it on the counter.
Now you do have to burp the bag.
You have to. Well, you have to expel all of the air from it. Yes.
Yep.
And this is all you do. You just squish it like this. I'm using a freezer bag. They're a little bit thicker than the regular storage bags. I prefer the freezer bags because they're thicker, but this works. Any bag works just fine.
There you go.
So that's it.
Not only does this kind of a gift work out that you're getting the actual bread that somebody baked, but then you get to pay it forward, like Mom was saying earlier.
Yeah, you can give them a starter so that they can share with their friends.
There you go.
There's still
one down.
in there. Yeah.
Okay, so there it is, guys. And here we are. Had to flip some things around. It's weird. I don't like looking at it like this. I'll try to
slide it over.
Oh, let's keep it out of the frame, Brad.
Turn it. Can you turn it this way?
No, don't do it. Don't do it. And now we're out of focus. So that's okay. Here, maybe it'll focus if we go like this. There we go. Come on. Stay with me, camera. Stay with me. Go to universal focus. Ah! Live TV, people.
Did it focus?
Good enough, I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, this side can be blurry. That side should be clear.
Yeah, whatever.
So anyway, now we wait. It's a waiting game.
Right.
And so what we figured we'd do is show you some of our meal planning, holiday meal planning, so that you can save some monies.
Yep. So I have made a grid. And it's a Google Doc. If you don't feel like making one, I'll be happy to send it to you. Just email Brad and he'll email me and I'll email you. How's that?
Which is info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com.
Yep. But it's just a blank grid. I mean, you can use a printed calendar. You can use whatever you want. This is just something that I made up so that I could use the same sheet. I don't have to go to the calendar and do all, it's just a pain. So that I can set this up for whatever dates I want it to be.
Actually, I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What is the thing that your family asks for meal-wise every holiday season? what is it? There's always something. Everybody has that thing that's like, oh, we have to have a blah, 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 or we have to do this, or not even have to. I guess I should say want to, because sometimes life changes, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to actually turn that light off behind us, Mom. So
okay.
You fly solo here for a second.
Oh, thanks. Maybe I should go turn it off.
No, I'll go turn it off.
So, yeah, the favorite things that your family likes to have every year when, say, the kids come home for Christmas and they say, Mom, you have to make this, or Dad, you have to make this. What are those things? For us, it's a few different things. We have to make bread.
Of course.
We have to make Christmas meat, which we'll explain in a little bit what that is. Biscuits and gravy is another one that Mom that's always requested. And
biscuits and gravy?
Yeah.
That is a new one.
The boys.
That's a new one.
I've been making it for probably, 7-8 years. And, candied pecans.
Candied pecans. Broccoli casserole, yeah.
Yum.
Nice.
Tons of cheese and Cheez-Its. Oh, I bet that is delightful.
Sorry, distracted.
No, yeah, totally distracted. What are some other things? Anyway, the boys, meaning David and Jonathan, our older boys, absolutely love it. They have 3 and 4 biscuits and a heap of gravy on top, some with jam.
And you know what? Biscuits and gravy is actually a very cheap meal.
Yes, it's a very cheap meal.
Yeah, because if you make the biscuits from scratch, that's probably only about $1.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what a pound of ground pork is for you guys. For us, it's practically nothing.
It's less than it's about $1.20 for us.
Yeah.
Because we raise our own pigs and have them butchered. So.
Yeah. Pink stuff and chess pie. What's that?
I don't know what pink stuff is, but I've heard of chess pie.
Is it the fluffy stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No idea.
What is chess pie? I could actually Google it.
Yeah, you Google it.
I can Google it.
You have a confuser right in your hand.
I'm sitting right here.
Right, no kidding. So I'm going to go ahead. Today is the 10th, and it's a Friday, so I'm going to go ahead and just put this on here and then just populate the rest. I'm not even going to fill out the beginning 9 days because they're past. It doesn't matter anymore. So, oyster stew.
Yum.
I don't know if I could eat that.
Chess pie. What is it? A dessert with character.
Is it a custard? Looks like a custard.
Out. There it is.
Jump to recipe.
Ooh.
That looks really good.
Jump to recipe. Chess pie. You've got crust. You got butter, sugar, cornmeal, flour, salt, sugar. I said that.
So it's similar to I don't know. I've never made
Never had it.
We need to try that. We're going to try a chess pie.
What's pink stuff?
I don't know what pink stuff is. Can you elaborate on the pink stuff?
Yeah. Everybody loves pink stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So for Christmas, what is our Christmas meal that we've had for many, many years?
Okay, I got to preface this.
Yeah.
Because normally we would not be able to afford this.
No, especially not now.
Because it's expensive. But because we raise our own cows for meat, then it doesn't even cost us but probably $1 a pound, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's prime rib, baby. Oh my gosh.
Prime rib with the bones cut off but tied back on. And then there's a whole math to it. You have to get the meat to room temperature.
Completely room temperature.
So take it out overnight if you're going to cook it the next day.
Cover it up, leave it out.
Yep. And so it's going to be room temperature, and then you're going to weigh that piece of meat, and you're going to multiply the weight times 5 minutes. And that's how long, so if it's a 7-pound prime rib, you'll cook it for only 35 minutes at 500 degrees. Then you will turn the oven off and leave the oven closed for 2 hours. Don't touch it, don't peek, don't do anything.
Yeah.
And then it is perfect.
Perfectly pink.
Perfectly pink. It is.
But you forgot one thing.
Oh, you have to season it.
Yeah, you got to season it.
You have to season it. Yeah, so, okay, you're going to mix together a couple of sticks of butter, depending on how big your roast is. and then seasoning, whatever seasoning you would like. We use an herb de Provence, and then we mix that together and smear it all over the roast. And then, oh yeah, we use pepper.
Salt and pepper.
And then we salt it. No, we don't put the salt in the butter. We put the salt on the outside. Yeah.
And you use more salt than you think you should because a lot of it's going to just kind of drizzle off. Part of the reason the butter is there is to keep some of it sticking.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, that is what we have for Christmas dinner, and we love it. Absolutely love it.
So that, for us, believe it or not, that's an affordable meal because how big of a piece of meat do we usually get? It depends on who's here.
Depends on who's here. If everyone is home, we need 10 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
That's including the weight of the ribs. So you're really looking at probably 7 or 8 pounds of just actual meat. And with all of us here, that's 15 of us. So that's quite a few. So that is our Christmas Day dinner. Now Christmas Eve is a whole nother creature altogether. We make what we call Christmas meat.
Yes.
And somebody had said, is it like sauerbraten? Well, I didn't know what sauerbraten was, so I looked it up. It is similar in the seasonings that are used. However, we don't marinate the meat in vinegar.
Yeah.
Which I actually kind of want to try. That sounds really good. What's the matter?
I'm just looking at technical stuff. It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. Don't you worry about
Christmas
it. Christmas
meat is used to be where we would roast pork and veal for an hour with an onion and salt and pepper, and that's it. But now we have decided to not use veal because it was always very expensive. So we just use pork.
There's a moral thing with it too.
After having calves on our property,
I
can't do it. I just can't eat veal. So you roast the pork, you salt and pepper it with a chopped up onion in the pan, roast it for an hour at 350 degrees. Then you're going to take it out and let it rest for a couple minutes, and then you're going to slice it and cube it into bite-sized pieces, not big, humongous chunks. You want bite-sized pieces, and then you'll set that off to the side, and you'll make a gravy. You make the gravy, forget about it. Yeah. You make the gravy, and then you put the pork pieces back in, and then you make a seasoned packet.
Yes.
And I use some cheesecloth. I use a big piece of cheesecloth like this because you have to tie it up. Mom used to use pantyhose.
Yeah.
And that always bothered you. So I don't use pantyhose. Even though they were brand new ones, it still bothered him. So in that seasoned packet, you're going to use, I think, 6 bay leaves, a tablespoon of peppercorns, and a teaspoon of whole cloves. And then you simmer it, and in the oven, not on the stove. You put it in the oven, and this was meant for after Christmas Eve church. So you come home, you go to church, you come home, and you've got fresh bread that you tear into chunks, and you pour this delicious
it's all ready to go. You
meat
don't have
gravy.
to wait on it.
Exactly, it's already done. So anyway, that's what we like to do for Christmas Eve is Christmas meat.
Christmas meat. And for us, again, that's super cheap.
Yep.
Because if you raise your own pigs, it's less than $1 a pound. And even if you're making it for yourselves, that's a cheap meal because you don't have to get the best cut of pork because you're roasting it and then you're going to let it in that gravy just go for a long time. So it gets super nice and moist and soft, even if you're not using the best cut of meat. Right,
exactly. So now we have family coming. Jonathan and his wife Jessica and their baby Elijah, and our daughter Claire and her husband Cody are coming. David is not able to. They live in New York, and it's just it's hard for them to get here.
Right.
So we just saw them in June. So we have to plan for that. You know, those family meals.
Yeah, we do.
So
Well, and this year we've got a couple extra turkeys in the freezer.
We do have a couple extra turkeys.
We like to barter with our friends, and we traded some folks out some goodies for some turkeys.
Yep.
And we have some turkeys in the freezer that didn't cost us. I don't even remember what we traded.
Lessons.
Oh, that's right. I give guitar lessons.
Oh no, they used our trailer. That was what it was for. They used our stock trailer. Yeah, they used our stock trailer to move the turkeys.
They wanted to, and they would not. We just said take and use it, just go, and they wouldn't not. No. They insisted on compensating us.
Right. And what's really funny,
I was like, you don't need to.
So they had them butchered at the same place where we take ours. They actually recommended them to us. And he could only put the turkey, half the turkey in a bag.
They were big.
They were humongous turkeys. So he had to cut the turkeys in half and put them in freezer bags. So there's half turkeys in there, which is awesome.
So yeah, again, and if you're getting creative with how you get your food, then it doesn't cost nearly as much.
No.
For that, we didn't do anything.
No. No, so we might have turkey.
But let's just say it like this too. If you're in the situation where you don't have the ability to trade and barter and swap and do because you don't live near country folk, then you can still pay attention to the sales. I mean, right now, Aldi had butterball turkeys, those really nice turkeys, the butterball turkeys, they're less than $1 a pound.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's can you imagine? That's a cheap protein, even if you're just looking at it for, possibly maybe canning some. Get some for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You could get a couple of turkeys and you would have enough to can for tons for a couple of years, depending on how many people live in your house.
Yeah. You want to know an easy, great meal too is this. If you've got your turkey canned, so all you do is put is it a teaspoon of salt in there?
Teaspoon of salt for a quart size, yeah.
And you put the meat in raw because it's going to cook.
And water.
Right.
Yep.
And so then you make some rice and you put that when you're heating it up, you just basically kind of make a gravy out of it and over rice, and that's a delicious, fast, easy meal.
Or mashed potatoes or noodles or biscuits or whatever. It's such an easy thing. And honestly, canned turkey, chicken, and beef is so delicious. Even pork. We've canned pork before.
We've done chunks of all kinds of different things. The only issue is it does get piddly when you're making it, just because it's a lot of cutting.
Yeah, it is a lot of cutting, right. We've actually even made barbecue pork where we just put some barbecue seasoning in there instead of just the salt. It was so yummy.
Well, and
so yummy.
Like I said, guys, pick up the turkeys now when they're like, if you don't get a name brand turkey, like the ones at even Walmart, they're going to be 79 cents a pound.
Yeah.
That's cheap protein that's delicious.
Yep.
So, okay, quick thing before we keep going. Tammy's asking, did you already do the friendship bread? It's baking right now.
Yep.
That's why we're stalling.
Yes. We've got 33 more minutes. And so,
So, we'll continue on. Where were you? I cut you off.
Oh, I'm thinking out loud, what
are the essentials?
What are the essential meals? And usually we talk to the kids and, okay, what do you want to have while you're here? Right. I know we're going to have to make sweet potato casserole again.
Yep.
That is something that they love. So let's see. They'll be here on the 16th. So he'll probably pop in on the live stream on Friday the 17th.
I would imagine you'll get to see Jonathan.
Next Friday, I'm sure he'll pop in, and Elijah will be screaming in the background, which... No, he won't.
I'll bring him on.
Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you. Jonathan sent me a video of Elijah walking this morning. It was so cool. So
here's the thing. Yeah. He was here last year at this time. Jonathan was overseas because he's in the Army. He was overseas in Germany, and his lovely bride was here, and she didn't know anybody where they live,
Right.
back at home, and so
yeah,
she
didn't
wanted
wanna
to
live
have the baby here so that
She had
people
family
that
around.
love her
Yeah.
are here for her.
Yeah.
And it worked out great.
Yes. So she was here when Elijah was born, and I got to be there when he was born. It was so exciting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So they're going to be here next week, and so I'm sure Elijah will be.
Mike DeFoss.
He'll be all over the place by then, and
Yeah.
wanting to see what Grandma and Grandpa are doing.
Okay, so we've got the prime rib, which normally would be really expensive, but is not for us. We got Christmas meat, which is normally pretty cheap, but is even cheaper for us. You got the biscuits and gravy yet?
Not yet. I think we'll probably do that on Sunday after church.
That's pennies. I mean, well, no, it's probably about $4 to feed 8 people.
Yeah.
That's
And there's always leftover.
Yeah.
And I only use 1 pound of ground pork. And I
goes a long
season
way.
it. Yeah. When we get our pork processed, we don't have them season it because I want to be able to season it however I want. If I want to do savory I guess you'd always do pork savory.
Yeah.
But depending on how much, heat you want in there, if I'm going to add more pepper flakes or sage or whatever you want to add to your ground pork, you can do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, biscuits and gravy. We'll do like a brunch after church on Sunday.
What about a turkey?
Yeah, we can do a turkey.
Yeah.
We'll probably do that on the weekend before.
Okay. Plan with Jen says we got the 49-cent a pound turkeys. Plainville Farms Organic did 3. Canned them. Pressure canned in 1 gallon of water. Onion, celery, garlic. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, that does sound really great.
Yeah, it makes awesome broth.
Yes.
Adding the celery and the onion and the
That's
garlic.
a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Great idea.
We've done that with and made a chicken soup starter.
Yes, we do that.
And we did half. We filled it only half with chicken, the quart, and then we had celery and onion, and we didn't add garlic. But
What's funny is that
carrots.
We're sitting here talking about our favorites, and we're not even looking in our cookbook.
No, because we know them. It's yeah.
But it's remembering them in the moment.
Yeah.
That's
the
trick.
Not this one.
Where are the main
Right here.
meals?
Wait, you just passed it.
I just passed them.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see this, but I printed off the cookbooks, which is super easy to do. Everything is black and white except for the main cover. So just don't print that page. But then I put them in the plastic sleeves so they don't get dirty.
Yeah, because when you're making the recipe, stuff
There's
gets
always
splashed.
splashing. Yeah.
I know there's one that you got to put on there.
Yeah.
Red beans and rice.
Oh yes, that is definitely a must.
She doesn't make a whole lot of Latin things, but the things that she makes are stellar.
Yeah.
Like I saw somebody mention that they're going to have a taco bar. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's excellent.
And they're also somebody said they're having tamales. And I like tamales. She doesn't care for them.
I can't eat them.
I love them.
Okay, my family is my mom's side of the family is Puerto Rican, okay? And so I grew up eating a lot of Puerto Rican dishes. I never could stomach the tortilla, the tamales, which is not, I don't like cornmeal.
I love it.
Like when you make the corn tortillas, I can't stand them. They taste rancid to me all the time, and I just can't stand them.
I know one thing we got to put on there.
Yeah.
Homemade pizza.
Oh yeah.
We're self-professing pizza snobs.
Pretty
and
much.
I'm saying from scratch everything except the cheese. I can make the cheese from scratch. I just don't, just because it's usually a little bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
But since they're coming home for Christmas, maybe I'll go the extra mile and we'll do everything from scratch.
Yeah. That means sauce, dough.
Everything.
Well, okay, it can't be everything because we don't make pepperoni.
True. That's
Most
true.
things. The main part of the pizza, the dough, the sauce, and the cheese, we can do and we can make.
Yep.
That's funny.
Let's see. I'm trying to find some stuff in here.
There's my favorite dish is the you know what it is, the tomato and pasta.
Oh, creamy tomato and pasta.
No, creamy sausage and tomato pasta.
I just passed it.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite dishes. And I don't know why. It's easy to make. It's very inexpensive.
Yeah. It's 1 pound of whatever kind of kielbasa or beef sausage. You know those packages from Johnsonville?
Yeah.
Just one of them.
You could even use brats. Honestly, you could use brats.
I wouldn't, but you could.
The Italian brats? Ooh. Yum.
Ish. Nah.
Anyway, so that is one of my favorites, and it's super, super easy and inexpensive.
I just made it.
Yeah, we did just make it.
You use the bow tie pasta and
canned tomatoes.
Yep.
Cream.
Heavy cream.
Yum.
Yep.
Yum.
And there's Parmesan cheese in there.
Yep.
It's good stuff. Oh, you know what we got to do, Mom?
Yes.
I have been denied for so long. So long.
Cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls. I love cabbage rolls. It's ground beef and seasoning inside a wrapped up leaf of cabbage, and then you put stuff around it in the pan, whether it's carrots or tomatoes, and season it, and then
it's mini meatloaf.
I don't care. It takes me back to my childhood.
No, it does.
It's comfort food, and she doesn't like making them because it is a hassle.
It's very piddly.
But I figured out a better way to do it.
What?
You boil the noodles first, or boil the
noodles.
Boil the cabbage first for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's another one that I make around the house, and nobody even wants her to make it.
What?
Lasagna.
Oh yeah, no, he makes an awesome lasagna.
And I don't know why.
I don't know why. It just turns out so yummy.
I don't measure anything. I just look at it and go, okay, it needs more of this, or it needs more of that.
Right. Ellen, yeah. We could make pepperoni if we wanted. We don't want. Because it's not just the pepperoni part of it. It has to be smoked and cured. So
Smoked?
Isn't pepperoni sausage?
Think so.
Or
Yes, it is sausage. I'm pretty sure. Fairly certain.
Don't you smoke sausage? Yes.
I don't think you do with that kind. It doesn't taste smoky.
You don't have to use.
It doesn't taste smoky.
Well, then how is it cured, hun?
I don't know, Marco.
Todd.
Why
is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I don't know, Marco. I don't know. These guys will know. How do you make pepperoni?
Do you smoke pepperoni? How do you cure pepperoni?
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
No, I don't want to tune a fish.
I love cabbage rolls. I'm with you, Ann.
That's funny.
That is the first comfort food of the fall season, along with stuffed peppers. Yes. You guys are making me hungry. Okay. Let's see what else we got.
What day do you want to have cabbage rolls?
Any. Take your pick. Today?
No, not today.
Before she says no.
No, not today. We're having pizza today.
That's right. We are homemade pizza, and I am excited about that because we haven't had it in a while.
Right.
And you know what's funny, guys? I don't know what it is about the area where we live, which is central Wisconsin. People here like their food very bland, like super bland. Like if you go to a restaurant, most things have very little flavor, and I think it's just kind of a thing around here. Yeah. I'm not dogging on anybody. I'm just saying that that's just kind of how it is. The cheeses are amazing. Cheeses are great, but everything that you get from a restaurant is just kind of like,
Yeah,
maybe it's just our area. So what the outcome has been that we're being forced to become better cooks.
Oh, yes.
Because we don't have access to Chinese food. No. We don't have access to good pizza. We don't have access to a lot of the things that we were used to getting when we lived near Cincinnati because there's a million of those restaurants.
Right. And so it's saving us a lot of money because we're not eating out. And it's expanding our culinary skills.
Like we're going to be making egg rolls here coming up.
Yes.
And from scratch.
And we've made them before, and they've turned out really good.
They're like, Real nice.
Okay, now we made
Really
a
nice.
roast the other day,
Which was
right?
awesome.
A sirloin tip roast, and so
And we got 3 meals out of it.
we got 3 meals out of that. So the first one was the sirloin tip roast, right? Then we cut it and made Philly cheesesteaks with it.
Yep.
And we were having a bad snowstorm that day, so I made the rolls out of the French bread recipe and used a smaller 9x13 pan. Oh, they turned out so good.
Oh, yeah.
Little egg wash, little sesame on there. They turned out really, really perfect hot dog buns. They were a little small for Philly cheesesteaks, but they were still really good.
Yeah. Thank you, Timothy.
And then the next day, or was it 2 days later, we had street tacos with it, or no, fajitas.
Yes,
And
fajitas.
so that bit of meat, that little bit of meat, lasted for 3 meals for our family, which is really cool.
Yeah, because normally that would have been way too much money at these prices today.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to buy it from the store, oh my gosh, no.
No.
But
No
3
way.
meals. Let's see.
No way.
What is gumbolini? That sounds fun. That sounds like fun. That's fun to say.
We could make the chip beef. SOS.
Something on a shingle.
Yes.
Just let your mind roam.
Right. That's what it was called when we were growing up. Now it's not something you should say.
No. So Plan
Oh, my
Jen
goodness.
says try pizzeritos. Putting a large burrito shell, soft flour, roll up and fry in a skillet till everything's melted on the outside and crunchy on the inside. That sounds really
Yummy.
That does. Yeah, just put all your stuff in there. Shabbat shalom to you and Joyeth. Joyeth. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom. Bean sprouts are easy and fast to grow. Yes, they are.
They are.
Oh, gumball.
Gumbolini. Oh, funny.
With your Italian last name, man, I thought this is something I didn't know. And, another thing that we have done in the past that's super good, but is piddly, and we don't do it often because it's piddly. Stuffed shells.
I love stuffed shells.
Stuffed shells.
And manicotti.
Manicotti.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I want to eat everything. I want to eat all the food in the world.
Yum. Yeah. So what Brad's looking through is he's looking through our old.
Wow, that's
thank
very
you.
kind. Thank you.
That's great.
Sweet potato casserole
was a huge hit. That's awesome.
Score.
He's looking through our old menu plans
Yeah.
from
You've got them from 2016.
2016. Why?
Look at that. And
Why?
It's good. Tortilla soup. That's why.
Tortilla soup is
That's
good.
why. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
put
know.
that on
You
there.
just forget.
Kebabs.
Same old stuff. There you go.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So one of my favorite things as a kid that my aunt used to make is empanadas.
Oh, yes.
And I never did get a recipe. And I'm not happy about it. I'm not
Sounds
happy
like
to-
the delivery man's here.
Is the delivery man here?
The delivery man's here.
All
I've
right.
been shopping for Christmas presents.
Stop it.
And she's not allowed to see them.
It's really okay. It's really okay. I've got
Oh,
18 more
pasta
minutes.
fazool. Yeah, we
Oh,
don't have
that's a
any
good
soups
one.
on there.
No, we don't. We need a soup.
Oh, another homey thing. Okay, guys, this is a share all. You know what? Share your what are your what do they call it? The things that take you back. The home. What is that? There's a phrase for that or a term for that. When they remind you of
Comfort food?
Yes, comfort food.
Oh.
That's it. Comfort food.
Yeah.
What are your comfort foods? How about
Tickle
this
my-
one? We make a macaroni and cheese that is not cheap, but it is so good because there's 3 different kinds of cheeses in there. There's a lot of cream in there.
And then the Instant Pot.
I prefer it the other way. She likes
I
the
know.
Instant Pot.
I haven't made it in the Instant Pot in a long time.
But here's one. Right there.
Oh, yep, shepherd's pie. That's definite.
That's comfort food, guys.
Yep.
That's comfort food. Good stuff. Taco rice casserole. That sounds yummy. Sorry,
Oh,
distracted.
yum. No, that sounds good.
Sounds really good. Pineapple cheese salad. Huh.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Make a faux version using tortilla shells, soft ones.
Nice.
Or egg roll wrappers.
Nice. Beef tips and noodles, guys. Come on. I got to look that up. I'm looking up Dublin coddle because I don't know what that is. I'm going to look it up right now. D-U-B.
It's got to be an Irish dish.
It's a Dublin. Yeah, well, it's got to be.
Something with eggs, maybe.
It says a soup. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So, but there's one with sausage. There's one with
Guinness
pork.
beer.
It's pronounced Ginus. Or Guinness.
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 Cheesy
Dublin
meatloaf.
coddle recipe. Sausage and potato stew. Okay, I'm in. That looks delightful.
Is that big pieces of bacon fat?
Could be. Where's the recipe? Where's the
Jump.
jump?
I love how blog websites have a jump to recipe button.
Because I hate
I
that.
hate going through. I don't need to be taught how to do the thing. I just don't. I just need the recipe.
Bacon, pork sausage, Guinness beer, Ginus, onions, and then a lot of different seasoning. That's really great.
I bet it would be really good.
I bet it
would. I just say I don't like beer, but
You know what we did in the past, which was really great, is we had people email me your favorite soups. Remember that?
yes, yep,
From all over the world, and then we would
make
pick
'em.
one and we would make it.
yep.
We should do that again.
We should do that again since
Okay.
it's cool outside.
Here's the scoop.
We'll do it in January.
Yeah, well, you got to email me.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is you email me your favorite soup recipe. And it's going to go to info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. What?
I'll tell you in a second. Go ahead.
You email me that soup, your favorite soup, and then we'll pick one or maybe even two, and we'll make them live. And hopefully, if you're overseas, we can find all the ingredients.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you, Alaskan girl.
Peach pork picante. Ooh,
Peach
with
pork
mashed-
picante?
Yum.
See, I like that sweet kind of vibe in there every once in a while.
No, Tyler Wood said for a Baptist potluck, Terry made a bread pudding with Jack Daniel's sauce, and they nearly licked the bowl clean.
Did they know?
They may not have known.
Dun, dun, dun.
They probably didn't know.
They didn't know.
Too funny.
We actually just committed the cardinal sin.
Which was?
For Thanksgiving, we showed you the sweet potato casserole, but then she made a second one, and we stuck it in the freezer, and we brought it out to use a week ago, but then it didn't get used.
It was in the
And
refrigerator.
it actually fermented.
It was not in the. It was in the refrigerator, and it fermented.
And she baked it,
Did not knowing.
and I snuck over behind her and took a big spoonful when it was cool enough. And it was like, get this out of my mouth.
Don't eat this.
I was like, don't eat this. This is bad.
Yeah, we totally forgot about it. It was downstairs in the kitchen in the egg fridge. We have 3 refrigerators.
It's Wisconsin thing.
It's Wisconsin. You have to
Wisconsin
have.
thing.
So we have a refrigerator that Grace keeps her food in, and we keep our eggs in. And then we have another one specifically for milk and dairy, and then our refrigerator up here. So.
Yep. Parker's Mercantile. Get ready to write because the email address is.
I typed it in.
It's easy. Oh, it's above you.
It's just above. Look up, scroll up, and look for me. I just
right there.
typed in his email. So.
Homemade mac and cheese. Yum. Okay, but that's cool. Parker's Mercantile. That sounds like an interesting thing. At Mason Grove Farm. Nice.
That's awesome.
Swamp soup.
Swamp soup.
You actually use swamp water.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No. All right, we need a couple more.
Well, how much time we got, baby?
We have 12 and a half minutes.
Oh, we got scads of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so other things. Let's just shuffle on through.
Okay, so the day before Christmas Eve, we want to do kind of a lighter meal.
Not something not
Not
heavy?
something heavy because we've got shepherd's pie, which is heavy, red beans and rice, which is heavy, cabbage rolls, which is kind of heavy.
Okay.
And then Christmas meat and prime rib. That's all heavy food.
I know.
So.
Okay, well, I know one that you're going to love, and right there.
Fish tacos. Got
Fish
it.
tacos, people. Holy mackerel. Not mackerel. You don't use mackerel. You use cod.
We use cod. We use fried cod. And that's way better than...
It's, for years,
boiled.
we pushed back on the idea of fish tacos.
Yeah.
But because it sounds like such a California kind of thing. And we don't like a lot of that.
No.
But when we actually tried it, you can put aioli in there. You can put all kinds of stuff. You know what? And it's delicious. But what I've actually started doing is they don't like them. So I finally found the Holy Grail. Because if you're a mom or a dad, you're going to understand. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. When you find a food that you think nobody's going to like, and then everybody likes it, so that they eat it and you never get any of it because they get into the refrigerator before you do, and then whatever that food was that you bought is gone. Well, I finally found a thing that I like that nobody else likes. It's great. Garlic and jalapeno stuffed olives.
Green olives.
Oh, ma,
Yuck.
please.
Yuck.
Hurt me, baby. Come on. Hurt me.
So what he does is he slices them up and puts them on his tacos.
Yep. So good.
Yeah. So
It's
well,
so
it's what you
good.
say.
That's what
I don't
you
believe
say.
it. It's what you say.
I don't believe you.
I'm good.
Okay, so how many other things you need?
Just one.
Do you want something light or something heavy?
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Nope.
Do you want any particular ethnicity?
Or do we want to do a soup? Because we don't have soups at all.
A soup?
A soup would probably be easier.
Well, then we have not had for quite a while tortilla soup, but it depends on when you have fish tacos on there.
The next week.
Okay, so how about
We could do chicken tortilla soup.
chicken
And
tortilla soup?
do some shredded chicken.
We could either do that, or we could do your pasta fagioli is very good.
Yeah, let's do that one. I like that one better than tortilla soup. The pasta fagioli is a very similar recipe to the Olive Garden one, and it is so yummy.
Or since it's Christmas, I can beg for a recipe that I like.
What?
French onion.
Oh yeah, see that's.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it, and everybody likes it, except Hope and I don't care for soggy bread.
Then
So
don't put it on there.
we just had to put it on the side. That's all.
Can we have that one instead? I like them both, but it's just that I haven't had it in so long because they push back on it.
Well, that's the day Jonathan and Jessica are coming, so I don't know if they'll like that.
And I don't care.
I know you don't.
They're getting free food for 2 weeks, pal.
True. That is true.
You know what? We could probably pick something that they would like. It's okay. I'll take one for the team.
Can make French onion soup after Christmas,
Grumble,
after they leave.
grumble. Be fun to do some kind of a cookout, but it depends on how much snow we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a foot of snow here in right about starting soon.
Yeah. About 1 o'clock, they're saying between 1. Well, okay, nobody's ever said, they can't guess on when the snow is coming. So it could be anywhere from now until 3 o'clock. So who knows?
Isn't that a funny thing about the weather? Is that like a weatherman or a weather woman, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's one of those jobs that you can be wrong at least half of the time.
Or
more. And you still keep your job, and everybody still thinks that they should listen to you.
Right.
That's pretty
Really
Yeah.
frustrating. There's a table of contents. Why am I not looking at it?
I don't know who wrote that silly goofy thing.
I think it was you. No.
Me? Did I do it?
I was looking to see which cookbook the pasta fagioli soup was in.
Creamed onions, pearled onions cooked in white sauce until tender.
Yum.
That sounds all right.
I love onions.
Terry B says, I've been making pasta fagioli since 1975.
It is super.
Always keep the diatalini on
I
hand.
love that pasta. Here it is.
You know what recipe that I love that we have not either made? I don't know if we've made. You're going to have to help me remember.
Memorized?
Is Italian wedding soup.
Yes.
I love it.
Yep. that one is a really yummy soup.
I love it. Green chilies, chicken carbonara using a copycat Domino's.
I have a carbonara recipe that I really like. The only thing I don't like about it is how heavy and rich it is. I love it, but it's just the sauce is so heavy. I just can't eat much of it.
What about a chicken piccata?
We could do that. We could do that.
Now, I don't know if this is the traditional way to do chicken piccata, but what we do, it's a butter, garlic, like cream sauce. You pan fry your chicken, get it nice and thin, smash it down. And then you make the butter, garlic, cream sauce. There's a little bit of white wine in there and capers. And you put that over noodles and holy
yummy.
Moses.
So yummy.
So good.
Yeah.
We should be right about time.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go look at it really quick because I want to see.
Where are you going?
I'm going over here to see
Where are you going?
how far away till it's done.
Well, I can switch the camera over to you. Hey, I can. Watch this. Are you mark it set? Go to camera one.
Camera one?
There she is. On the other side.
That's funny.
Pretty cool. We should put cameras all over the place.
All right. It says 8 minutes left on the timer, and the bread is still a little shaky, so I'm thinking it probably needs to be 10.
Then do it. See, and watch. Now I can go back here. Come on back over.
Hold on 1 second.
They're looking at an empty room, Mama.
I know. I know. I had to turn the timer off over there.
So then we'll reverse the camera. What? This is fun. I need better cameras, guys. The one that's going that way looks pretty good. This one looks like garbage. Not because of her, because she makes everything look good.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not, yeah.
Whatever.
You know what other recipe that you like for soups that she does really, really well? And it uses the Thrive Life broccoli because it's so fast and so easy. Is your?
Broccoli cheese soup. It's so yummy and so fast. I mean, you have soup in less than 20 minutes. And it's just so yummy.
Potato cakes. Is that like a potato pancake? Because I love
I would
potato
imagine.
pancakes.
It sounds similar, but.
I mean, you can make potato cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura H., video nerd.
Funny.
I need better cameras.
Yeah. But aren't these the best ones that you can get?
No, no.
Okay.
It's the best we can afford.
Oh, got it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So lighting makes a big difference, and we don't have any lighting on us right now.
No, not much, anyway.
Let's see. Well, is that what we need right there? What else do we need? Oh, here's a unique recipe that I made this one up. Now it might not be original, but you know, we like lasagna and we love Mexican food, so I make a Mexican lasagna. Now the cool thing about it is what you do is you get tortillas are your layers, right? And you actually get cake pans, the circular cake pans, and they fit in perfectly. And so you put some sauce down, layer it. Ground beef, layer it, sauce, cheese. And then you just keep going like that.
Refried beans. You forgot about refried beans.
Refried beans, there's onions in there. And then you top it with a layer of sauce and cheese, just like an enchilada sauce.
Yep.
And you want to talk about yum, and you can, if you do it just right, you can pop the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Scoop it out, and then you cut it like a piece of pie.
It's so yummy. I wonder if it would probably be a little bit easier to take out if we lined it with parchment paper.
I don't know.
But then it wouldn't get crispy like it does.
Yeah, I don't know. You and your parchment paper, you love that.
I do.
I
It's
can't.
clean up so easy.
Well, okay, how many more do we need? Are we good? Are we going through the new year?
We go through here, but I wasn't gonna right now.
Do you want to do any New Year things? It is, Monica Sherman, it is like enchiladas, but it's just you put it in
It's flat.
a pie pan.
And then you cut out in triangles. And actually, our daughter Hope loves it. She will eat half.
Yes.
She gorges herself on it almost.
And she is a thin young lady.
She's tiny, and she will eat half of a 8-inch cake pan. It's crazy.
Butternut squash with homemade chorizo. I don't know how I feel about that. That sounds
is that
awesome.
a soup?
No, I don't know. That's
See, I make chorizo. I love making chorizo. I just don't very often.
Parker's Mercantile said they sent the swamp soup recipe. That's
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
Treasure Rescue calls what we were talking about enchilada casserole. Well, and going back to be fair, the cabbage roll thing that I love so much, we figured out another way to do it. It's an easy way. It's more like a casserole. But if you want to describe it,
I like it this way better. I like it this way better because it has tomatoes in it.
Well, tell them what.
So it's you cut up the cabbage into bite-sized pieces,
Squarish.
right? Into squares, and then you have your cooked ground beef and cooked rice, and then you've got canned tomatoes, onions, and then your cabbage, and seasoning. Mix it together. Oh wow!
Sorry.
You mix it together and bake it. And it's really, really good. Okay.
We
have
have
to
these.
show that.
We have these menu plans going back to 2016, and on this day right here, the 24th, was the day that David, our eldest boy, it says David's pick, and then 2 days later, David ships out. That means for the Army for basic training. Crazy, huh? I think these things are cool to have. Oh, Mom.
Let's see.
If you want something light, I don't know.
You know what we should do for New Year's? We should do chicken wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? That's an expensive meal, though.
It is. It really is.
Believe it or not, chicken wings are really pricey because when you think about it, you're paying for mostly bones to start with.
Right.
The weight of it.
Yeah.
The bones. And if you don't get good ones, then there's practically nothing on them.
If you guys have an Aldi nearby, the chicken wings that you get at Aldi are vastly better than the ones you would get at, say, Walmart or your local grocery store. So what did David pick?
It wasn't.
We have
written
no
down.
idea.
It wasn't written
He
down.
may have picked pizza or I don't know.
He probably would have picked something
yeah.
homey.
Yeah. But the chicken wings are probably 50% bigger than the ones that you get at the store, and they're already pieced apart. They're in the frozen section. They are so meaty and so delicious. So yeah.
Mr. Vec Frenchies, I don't know how to say your name there.
That's funny.
When you make French onion soup, use some nice brioche bread. Toast it with garlic to make it crisp before you put it in the bottom of the French onion soup. No more mushy bread.
Nice.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds great.
Wings are spendy right now, yeah.
They are. They are $10 a bag for the frozen ones. I think they're $10.
Yeah.
But that's why we don't buy them very often because they're expensive, and so.
Polish Golumpkis. It's a sweet and sour sauce for cabbage rolls. Sauce is tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, salt, pepper, brown sugar, ketchup, lemon juice.
Yum.
Ooh, that sounds like that's
Jen,
a
you gotta
must
try. That to us. You gotta send that to us.
try.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Cabbage rolls are so different in whatever culture you have. I mean, there are some people who put rice in the meat and then wrap it in cabbage rolls. Then there's some folks who use the tomatoes as the sauce. They use a tomato sauce above the cabbage rolls. The way Brad's mom made it when he was growing up, it was just the meat with the cabbage roll or the cabbage wrapped around it, and then potatoes and carrots in the pan and baked all together. So,
what about, do we need, maybe I could do some smoking of the meats.
Smoking of the meats?
Meat smoking.
What are you talking
butt.
about?
A pork butt.
We don't have. Oh yeah, we do have a smoker.
Yeah.
It might be buried when the snow is done
true.
today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's for budgeting, what are you guys' ideas for cheap meals that the whole family likes? let's do that. Let's share some ideas, cheap meals that everybody likes. And I'll start with one that a lot of people don't think of, but we always tell everybody about this because it's always a hit. It doesn't sound like a good idea in the beginning, but then when you actually serve it, everybody loves it. And that is baked potato bar.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves it.
Baked
they
potato bar
complain
night.
about it. It actually helps to get rid of any leftovers you have in the refrigerator. If you've got leftover beef or chicken or pork, you can slice that up and heat it up and throw it on your potato salsa.
Yeah.
Broccoli cheese soup, yum. Any leftovers on your potato, yummy.
Your broccoli or chicken broccoli Alfredo was a hit here. Yay!
Oh, good. Yeah, that's another one of my favorites. There's a recipe I really like. It's this beef and cabbage stir fry.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Really good. It has, is this the one? No, this is not the one with the spicy. Okay, so I have learned that I absolutely love sriracha sauce.
Yeah, that's new.
That's new. There's a beef and cabbage stir fry that I make with ramen noodles.
Yeah.
This one in our cookbook doesn't have any noodles in it, so it's. I would guess it's. I don't matter. Anyway.
Potato soup is a favorite that's affordable for Ellen.
Yep.
Delaney B says chili.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, just reading some roasted Korean Japanese sweet potatoes. I have never had that. Sounds good.
Yeah, no, I know.
Chicken stir fry is cheap. Celery, onion, and shrooms.
Yum.
Chili is always good.
Yeah. So I make a beef and cabbage stir fry where the cabbage is kind of like the noodle, but it is so yummy and light. It's not a heavy meal.
Yeah.
Timer's done.
We're good?
I'm going to go check.
Here, let's go to Mama Cam. We'll follow you around.
That's weird.
Here she comes.
That's just weird.
Timothy says stew. Spaghetti is a cheap family go-to for us.
Yeah, that's what's actually what we had for dinner last night.
Yep. Beef and cabbage casserole with tomato sauce. That sounds really delightful. Are we there?
Still a little wobble to it.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do is we've got one more video, and then I'm going to switch things back over so that we're over by you.
Yeah.
Okay? So, hey, everybody, we'll be right back in just about 1 minute. So there's a video that's going to play. 1.5 minutes.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Just getting ready for our live stream. And now we got to make a thumbnail. Here's some of the inside baseball.
Right.
So we've got to assemble something that looks desirable to look at and watch. Well, this part's easy. But
put that away.
This part's, yeah. Oh,
careful, it's hot.
I'm spilling. But it's going to be on making Christmas gifts so that you don't have to spend $1 gazillion.
Right. But I have to wait to put the marshmallows on until he's ready to take the photo. So, because otherwise they'll melt. Because it's hot.
Well, yeah, we got to assemble the cocoa.
Right. And
with
the kit and the stick.
Well, and we couldn't find an exactly regular looking.
When we put candy canes on the Christmas tree, we let the kids pick the flavor they want. Well, somebody picked cinnamon, and nobody
traditional
picked peppermint.
Nobody picked traditional,
which is fine with me because peppermint and chocolate, gross. So anyway, so cinnamon will be good in.
So in you go,
cocoa. Right?
Because I've got to shut this video off to take the picture for the thumbnail.
It's cracking.
What is cracking?
The candy cane.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
All right.
Ready? Mark it, set, go. All right, I got to shut this off.
Quick.
And it worked. Everything worked. I'm so happy.
And we actually had to stand here for 30 seconds.
Yeah, we were just like, we got plenty of time.
All
just
right.
get back around and
Watch
turn
your legs,
everything. Bring the computer.
All right,
Is
folks.
it good?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
Poke, poke, poke.
Don't poke.
I'm poking.
No,
poke,
no.
Poke.
All right. So I'm going to get a toothpick.
Check it.
And just check it.
Check it. And?
We're clean.
Are you sure?
Yep. We're clean.
When the light is green, the trap is clean. That's right.
So
Has anybody seen the new Ghostbusters movie? Anybody?
We have not seen it yet. So.
I'm skeptical. We liked the first one, but then the second one was terrible. Then the third one, we didn't even bother because it just looked like a train wreck dumpster fire.
Yeah, no, we won't watch that one.
No.
Yeah, no.
No. And then this new one looks interesting, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah. So, yes, I make sure that it is that Ceylon. It's Ceylon.
Ceylon?
Ceylon cinnamon, yes.
Yeah,
We
there's
do
a
use
reason
that.
for that.
It's actually cinnamon, where the other stuff is not. I can't remember what it is, but it tastes better. So yeah, we buy it in bulk.
Susan Schneider says, my boys like Rachel Ray's Italian sub soup.
Huh, that sounds good.
Huh. Yeah. Peppermint patty disappear. Okay, so how long do you got to wait to take them out, or do you wait to take them out?
I can attempt to take it out here in a second. Yeah, you do take it out.
Uh-oh, we're buffering hard.
Oh no.
It just went red. Hopefully it'll keep
My
going.
computer's off.
It's not that, it's just the internet.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we're buffering.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we're almost done.
Please activate the smell-o-vision.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get a knife here. Actually, it is my frosting knife so that I don't scratch up my pans.
Did you guys try the Bliss sauce, B-L-I-S sauce I sent yet? Oh, yeah, that was so good. Thank you, Mike. That was amazing. I apologize for not thanking you sooner.
All right, I'm just going to take one out.
I think it's going to be okay.
I'm hoping.
This
You
could
never
be
know. This could be disastrous.
live
This
TV.
This is live TV, folks. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this over the top like you would a regular cake. And then flip.
Oh. Ta-da! It worked.
Now to flip it back.
Now, put it in my mouth.
Now to flip it back.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Nope. Because it's hot.
Just
There.
like my wife.
Oh, come on now. All
That's
right.
looking good. Here,
Yeah.
look
Knife.
at this, folks. Look at that. There's your
Don't let it
friendship
slide.
bread. It's on the grate. We should be okay.
Okay.
Right down the...
Yeah. Phew, dumps the camera over.
As the dogs come running up to get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, playing with Jen. Cool. I emailed you the sweet and sour sauce
Yum.
for your galumpkus.
All right. I need a small
Cool.
plate.
Maybe we'll have to try it that way.
I don't know. The kids might protest something
About the
different.
galumpkus?
Well, something different. No. Our kids are not, they're not picky.
They're not complainers, but they definitely like what they like.
Yes.
And they'll eat whatever. They're not like a lot of folks that won't. I don't want to try that. No, they'll try.
It's
I'm gonna
very
show
hot.
them. I'm going to wait,
Yeah.
but I'm going to show. Look at that. See the steam coming off of
Yeah.
it? Isn't that
You
cool?
honestly should wait until it cools a bit before
What
cutting
we just
it.
did.
Yeah.
5-second rule. Yeah, my life's in binary.
With these mitts, I'm ready for hockey.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well then, okay. We've waited 5 seconds. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
I cut it.
5-second rule. My life is binary. I think they meant for it to hit the ground, but
Yeah, probably. Ouch. I need a fork. Is it good?
I'm gonna need a moment and more of that. Oh my gracious, that's good.
We haven't had this in so long, so I'm anxious.
You can taste every bit of that sugar. And you definitely want an end.
And some ice cream right on top.
Where are you going with that?
You can go anywhere. I was just standing here.
Here, baby. I'll give you the corner. This is the best part.
Thank you.
The very best part.
Thank you.
So there it is, guys.
Yeah.
Amish friendship bread. Mm-hmm. And I guess we got to send some out to the granola. Mm-hmm. You guys send me your address. I think I have it because you're a Thrive Life. Mm-mm. She's not a...
She's a patron.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yeah,
there it is, guys.
I have it. So I will
toast
find
it.
it.
And, yeah, toast it the next day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When it's cooled, toast it. Oh, my gosh. This is... It seems like a long process. And yeah, but, you know, it's 10 days from start to finish. But it's super easy to do all of these things.
In advance.
In advance. You know, you could make a bunch of these and freeze them.
Yep.
You know, have them for when company comes over or whatever. But this is yum.
That's it. I'm done. I want to eat some, so
I know.
we got to go.
Yep. I actually got to go anyway because I got to go pick up Hope.
Well, and we got to get ahead of the snow.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a foot coming up here.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate the patrons.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why we're able to do these things for you. So
yeah,
we're very grateful.
Have a blessed day.
All right. Bye.